A Let's Transform video. Redefining Your Reality Course 1 Part 1 of 2. I am going to start your e-course with a little difficult concept to grasp. I know I could have started it with something lighter and more interesting, such as how to create instant attraction, or how you can quickly and easily find your true purpose in life. I know that would have made my life easier and you more comfortable. But the problem is, unless you get this first concept, all the others will be somewhat of a bordering impossibility. So please be a little patient, take the time and try to go through the whole thing slowly. The world I am going to show you is the world of the unseen. Rules of the physical reality that you knew so far mean nothing here. This is the world where anything and everything is possible and happening. Believe me when I say this. This is as true as the sun rising in the east. What you see is simply not what is real. What is real has so many levels of existence that it is mind-boggling. I know this sounds a little complicated already, but I am trying my best to keep it simple. And don't worry, the fun stuff is also coming your way on the next few lessons. But today just bear with me please. So let me start with the very basic first. The first thing I need you to totally accept and realize is the fact that reality can be redefined. Any and all of it. I know this can be one of the hardest concepts to accept right now. After all, this is the world that has your difficult boss who never changes. It requires you working like a dog and getting a measly pay, where half the world is struggling not for a better car but just enough food and drinking water. These can never change, right? So you may be thinking that I'm talking to you about some pie-in-the-sky theory about visualization and mind power, right? Wrong. Neither am I talking to you about some new age hocus pocus, nor can all those things cannot be changed. Everything, I repeat, everything can be redefined. And I am one of the living proofs of that. Now before you dismiss yourself by saying that yeah, maybe he's just some kind of genius or maybe he got lucky, I'd like to remind you that I was born in a third world country, in a poor family, and the first 23 years of my life was pretty much spent trying to make ends meet and struggling. If you read my personal story, you'll find that I am not a big genius and I certainly did not get lucky. Well, not in the traditional sense, that is. I was extremely lucky, however, to have met some teachers who brought me out of my little eggshell and taught me how to fly. Undoubtedly, without my teachers, I would never be able to bring this to you today. So the first thing you need to get inside your head is reality can be redefined. It can be redefined through a series of easy-to-use tools, none of which require you to lie down on the ground and count the stars. What it does require, however, is that you to accept and open your mind to the possibility that what you are learning might be possible. Now there is a reason why reality can be redefined. Do you want to know why? As I said in the beginning, this was not going to be an easy thing to digest. But here goes. Reality can be redefined because everything that you see around you has been created by you. Everything. This may be an entirely alien concept to you, or you may have heard of this before, but I can assure you that this is not some wishful thought or everyday self-help advice. What I am about to tell you is not some unscientific, cannot be proven or measured, realized in a dream idea. This concept is very much part of deep quantum physics. It has been proven beyond a shadow of doubt through countless scientific experiments and research that it is the human consciousness that creates material reality. The ancients knew this. It is written quite clearly, in the language and examples of the ancients, in the Zohar, which is the foundation for mystical Judaism, from which comes the cosmology and theology of Christianity and Islam. In the ancient texts of Hinduism, Vedas and Upanishads, which strongly influenced the birth of Buddhism. And not to mention the secret doctrines of alchemy, Hermeticism, Freemasonry, etc. This knowledge has been around for thousands of years, and now we are rediscovering it through cutting-edge scientific disciplines like subatomic physics. Here is the key idea. Without you there literally is nothing out there. Well, at least nothing material, that is. The universe is a soup of information and energy suspended in a state of infinite possibility that is converted into material reality by your consciousness that gives birth to the physical reality you call real. Hold on. How is that possible? Does this mean that I have created the broken leg, or marriage? Does this mean I chose to attract failure, poverty, struggle, or winning the lottery, having a great life, making a lot of money? Does that mean that I am responsible for everything that happens to me? Well, I wish I could give you an easy answer, but this answer has many levels to it. In short, the answer is yes. It is you who is creating your reality, all of it. It is you who is choosing between the possibilities. It is you who is bringing things into being. Without you, literally nothing exists as it is. Bear in mind this is an oversimplified answer. Truth is far stranger than you create your own reality. Here is what we now know from science. The world that we see all around us has many levels of existence. The very first is the one that you see, hear, touch and smell. This is the material reality. In the material reality we are all separate beings and objects and genders and personalities, etc. In this level everything is governed by traditional laws of physics. Newton's 3 laws of motion, which basically says that things are separate and don't move or change by themselves unless, with some external force, you heat it, burn it, push it, pull it, or give it a nice strong kick. If you are only concerned with this level of reality, then you understand that everything has a physical cause and effect. Everything is separate individual objects, and if you want to make anything happen, you basically have to do it through some form of physical labor, or exchange of energy. The material reality is the one that has the atoms and molecules, and as you may have read or seen in the high school science book, it looks like a tiny solar system with electrons circling all around and a tiny nucleus at the center. Looks like everything is in order and it makes sense too. However, this is not the only level of reality. As you look deeper into the atoms and molecules that make you, your dog, your BMW Z4, the mountains and the stars, you see that the model that you were taught in high school is not at all correct. There are no little balls of electrons circling the nucleus at all. Then what is there? What is there is nothing but a hazy cloud of electrical charge. Oh okay, you say, big deal. So there is a cloud instead of little electrons. So what? Well, the thing is, the cloud is not really like a cloud that we see in the sky, but rather a cloud of possibilities. Okay, I hope I didn't get you stumped there because it gets more interesting. What the cloud of possibilities mean is that not only there are no electrons in any particular place, it's not anywhere, and, buckle your seatbelt, it's everywhere. It's a cloud of possibilities that can be anywhere and everywhere. And with this we have now entered the realm of quantum physics. So you get this so far, right? And you are probably saying, okay, so if the electrons are in a cloud of probability, I guess for my car to be a solid object, it's the nucleus in the middle that's the solid thing, right? Well, not really. First off, the nucleus in the middle is so small you can imagine a baseball in the middle of a huge empty stadium. The baseball is the nucleus and the empty stadium is the space that surrounds it. And what is the nucleus made of? Well, traditionally we are taught that the nucleus is made of neutrons and protons and that's all there is to it. But as you look deeper within you see that even the nucleus is made of these subatomic particles like bosons, leptons, quarks, etc. However, at the most basic level, they are made up of pure energy. These particles travel at the speed of light, 186,000 miles per second, and flickering in and out of existence. In and out of existence going where? Now, that's $1 million question which upon asking you have to leave our known domain of verified science into the dark waters of mysticism. Not all questions at this level can be answered by remaining strictly within the confines of laboratory science, so let us now venture a little further. Redefining your reality. End of part 1 of
2.